Welcome back to Story Nights with CB. So what's popping, guys? Yeah, that was my intro. I have started a new content, storytelling. So I hope you guys gonna like this. If you guys gonna like this, just leave a comment for more stories I will be telling. So today I'm going to be telling a story of 7 friends, trustful 7 friends. It's the Trustworthy treasure hunt, actually. So I will give a summary of the story and we'll step into the story. So the summary of the story is that they're very best friends, trustful friends, true friends in exact, 7 friends altogether. They hear a story from their grandparents, actually from the grandpa. All of these guys have grandpas. Then they started to go for this journey because the story of the grandpa makes them so much excited, so much involved into this place. They want to go and experience this place and see how they turn out. So right now, if you got the summary that I'm going to tell, this is an adventure story. So let's get into the story. So guys, the story, like these 7 people, some friends. Characters are like Ben, Tom, Bob, Kevin, Sam, Harry, and Tommy. These 7 friends were talking to each other, and it was Sam's grandfather's birthday the next day. They all gathered up at Sam's house and were enjoying the party, having cake. So finally they settled down for a story from Sam's grandfather. Sam's grandfather told them a story about the olden times where they all found a map from a bottle while they were playing the ocean, and it was a map to a treasure that has not been unrevealed after they went. So the grandpa told them the story, and all went home. All the boys went home, and one of those friends, Tom, decided to leave a chat in the group chat, telling that why don't we go for this treasure hunt, and why don't we ask our grandparents all the map pieces, because the map pieces were divided into 7 parts. And also this Ben's grandfather is passed away as believed, but it's not. His grandfather has not passed away. While they asked Sam's grandfather, while he was telling the story, Ben's grandfather was selfish, so selfish for the treasure they found. He was cursed to not leave the island. He was cursed to stay as a statue. So that's why he's missing, but Ben does not know that. Ben thinks his grandfather has passed away. So they all found 6 pieces of the map and decided to go on. But they were thinking where was the 7th piece. But as I told, Ben's grandfather is missing, and the 7th piece is gone. So while they were walking on the road, there's this one beggar on the road. He was sitting on the road and asked them a riddle. 1 + 2 is equal to the place where you want to go, and some kind of riddle that guy told. And they were like, how do you know this map and how do you know this riddle? These 7 friends are so intelligent, they can solve any riddle in this world. So the guy told how to get to this place, and after solving the riddle, then they went on walking. On the way when they were walking, there was some people on the road. So these guys are intelligent but also dumb at the same time. So some people on the road were invited, tagged along. There was this butcher on the road and asked, are you going to the place where you got the map from? Are you going to go on the path of the map? Asked so many things about the map. These guys thought, this guy knows a lot of this place, let's tag him along. They went on. They saw a shoe shopkeeper. He also tagged along, asking so many things about the map. like another 7 people joined already, the 7 people. So 14 people started the journey to go on to this island, and finally they reached the island. From there the plot twist goes. So finally they found the treasure, and this poor beggar on the street appeared there. Actually that beggar was the wise man and the guardian of the treasure. So he told that all 14 of you can't take this treasure, only 6 true people can take, 7 true people can take this treasure, not all 14 of you. So they split up from there onwards, and right now they were trying to fight for the treasure, because these other 7 people who tagged along with Sam, Ben and all, those guys had weapons with them. So they tried to attack them, but it was no hope, because this wise man had so many spells with him. He told, you can't attack them right now because you don't have the rights. That's true. Also, Ben's grandfather was staying there as a statue. So these 2 guys had a competition because of the wise man. He told that we'll have a competition of riddles, and whoever solves the most riddles can get the treasure. So there were 3 riddles. 2 riddles were solved by both teams, the team of the 7 friends and the team of the other 7 guys. This riddle, so there was 1 riddle, and the 7 other guys solved it, but it was not the right answer. So the 7 friends, trustworthy friends, tried it and solved the riddle correctly. But these guys, 7 guys, are so selfish. They wanted the treasure for themselves. They didn't look at anything. They didn't even think of the wise man who was the protector of the treasure. They took all the weapons like knives, swords and all, started to attack, but this wise man put a spell on the other 7 guys, the same spell that was put on Ben's grandfather, and they were turned into statues. Ben was crying to the wise man, asking him that could he free his grandfather. The wise man told, if you solve this simple riddle, I'll free your grandfather and make him promise that he won't be selfish in life. So Ben accepted the challenge, freed his grandfather, and the grandfather told that he won't be selfish ever in his life. After that, these guys promised the wise man to do something. After they went out of the island, they came back home with the 7 pieces of map. They attached the map together, including the piece from Ben's grandfather, burned it into ashes. So no one in this world could ever see this. But the wise man can reappear and disappear the map. So there's no big deal in that. But they did as these 7 true friends did as they promised. They split the treasure amongst themselves and went home happily, and told their grandfather about the experience. Actually, this was all a story, an adventure story that I told you guys. So if you guys want me to tell any more stories, I'm working on another story actually, writing the story. And if you guys like the story so far, leave a like, and if you want more stories, comment down below. I'll post them. I will experience how I tell the stories. Also, I will tell my experience of other stories that I read, like from Goosebumps or any other stories you want me to tell. I will express this all. So I will see you guys in the next video. Adios.